start by relaxing. It's a good way to start yoga. It's a good way to get you in touch with how your body's feeling today, how your mind's feeling, and it's a good chance to just kind of let everything go. So, your choice. Would you like to sit up today? Would you like to lie back today? Whatever feels good for you. So lengthen up through your spine wherever you are. And relax those shoulders. Let go of tension there. You can close the eyes if that feels okay, or just soften your gaze out in front of you. And let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it all out. Another big breath in. Exhale, let go. One more time. All the stress, anxiety, let it go. Breathe it out. Very good. Lengthen again through your spine. Feel that length up, and again, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Take just a moment to check in. Check in with your body. Scan from the head down to the toes. Let's see how it's feeling today. Maybe you're noticing just a general quality of the body. Maybe you're feeling a little bit toasty warm in the sunshine. Maybe you're kind of cold inside. Maybe you're feeling a heaviness or a lightness. Maybe you're kind of energized or tired. Maybe you have some pain in a spot in the body. Just be aware. And then ask yourself, how am I feeling today? There's no judgment needed, just curiosity. Just check in. How are you? Maybe you're feeling pretty darn happy today. Maybe you're a little bit sad for some reason. Maybe you're nervous. Maybe you're ecstatic. All these feelings are totally fine. So just acknowledge whatever you're feeling right now. Turn your awareness to your breath. And just breathe for a few moments and feel whatever sensations come up with breathing. Maybe you feel the coolness of the air on the nostrils. Maybe you feel the chest rise and fall. Maybe a little bit of expansion within the ribs. Maybe you just feel a little bit of calmness wash over you with each breath. Start to deepen your breath as it feels comfortable. Allowing a little more air into the chest, allowing that chest to rise a little bit. And as you exhale, slow the breath down, draw it out. And squeeze out the air at the bottom, making room for fresh, new air. And as you simply breathe, let everything else go. All the things you've already done today, all those things that are coming up next, things from the past, things from the future, let it melt away. And just breathe. If your mind wants to drift to something, which it likes to do, lovingly, gently bring it back to the breath. And it might be one time, it might be 50 times, it might be 50,000 times. It's all okay. It's all part of the practice. Just breathe. Continuing to breathe deeply, bring both hands to your chest. Just take a moment to feel your heart underneath those hands. Feel the rise and fall of the breath. And know that right here is all the love you ever need. It's all within you. And there's so much love there to spread to the world as well. So take a moment to bless your heart. Breathe into that heart space. And then we'll gently take the hands down to the lap or by your sides and start to wake things up in this space of a little more calm and quiet and love. Start to wiggle your fingers. And spread those fingers out wide. Feel that good stretch. Squish the fingers in. Wiggle just a little bit more. Let's circle the wrists. Wake up the joints. Repeat in the opposite direction. Good. Relax your hands down. Turn the head from side to side. Good. Bring the head back to center. Let's all come down to the mat if you're not there already. Okay.
Not to interrupt you, it won't let me. I don't know if people need to be admitted, but you are the host, and it won't. I don't want to shut you off.
Oh, okay. Here, I can let her in.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, that's totally fine. Thanks for letting me know. I was like seeing her hanging out there. It's like, cool. Okay. Should be good. Great. Okay, so we're coming down onto the mat. Soles of the feet on the mat. Nice bend in the legs. And bring your arms out to a T or to goalpost, depending on how much space you have or what feels good for your shoulders. Drop both legs over to the right side. Turn your gaze over to the left. Place that palm face down. And just take a moment to feel this sweet little stretch within the spine. It's a nice gentle wake up for the internal organs. Just nice and relaxing. Let's bring the legs through the center. Drop both legs over to the left side. Turn the gaze to the right. Place that palm face down. And from here, we'll move with the breath. Inhaling the legs through the center and exhaling them over to the right. Gaze turns to the left. Your choice if you put the palm face down or not. Inhale back through center. Exhale, legs to the left, gaze turns to the right. Just connecting movement with breath, allowing the breath to dictate how fast or slow you go. If you want more fire today, you can make this as hard as you like. So squeeze your belly, you can lift the feet off the ground, you can have a nice bend in the legs, and with lots of control, move from side to side. You could even extend those legs from bent all the way up to straight, which makes it way harder. So your choice on how hard you want this to be. It's your yoga. It's your body. Just listen to your body. If it starts to feel like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Then learn to back it up just to the point where you know that you are getting a good workout, a good stretch without doing harm. We'll twist to each side one more time. Okay, from there, place the soles of the feet back down on the mat if they were up in the air. Arms come down by your sides. We're going to snug those feet up just a little bit closer to the hips. And from there, we're going to go to a bridge pose. Nice strengthener for the back, nice chest opener. So you can press into the palms, pressing down onto the ground. Push into your feet evenly and then tilt your hips up toward the ceiling. Lift the hips up off the ground. It can be a little, or if your body's into it, you can go a little bit more, a little more. If you want extra, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Clasp your hands together and push through those hands. And you can squeeze through the thighs and get a little extra height. The gaze will be up to the ceiling, to the sky, or down your chest. Looking around is a little bit much for the neck right now, so I don't recommend that. Now, if you're looking for more fire, squeeze your abs and lift one leg into the air. So, of course, if you're doing one leg, you're going to have to do both legs to keep it even. So let's switch sides. If you are choosing to have that little extra fire today, still have strength, push through the foot, breathe. And we can bring our legs back down. Let's unclasp the hands, untuck the shoulders, roll through the spine nice and slow. Hips come down last. From there, both knees come into the chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a little hug. Rock from side to side. Massage out your back. Okay, we'll come back to stillness. Extend both legs up into the air. Push through your heels. Hands can go back behind you, or if you do have your strap or your belt or your tie today, you can fling it around those feet a little bit closer to the heels rather than the toes, and then pull in. So your choice if you use a prop or just your hands. Two more breaths. And from there, bend at the knees, place the soles of the feet together. See if you can reach up, grab onto your feet. If you can't reach the feet, no worries. Hands to the shins are fine, or even behind the knees. Now, if you would like to, you can squeeze the belly and draw your head up toward the toes. You could keep the head on the ground and rock from side to side. You could do a combo, whatever feels good. And then from there, we're going to close the legs, wrapping the arms around the shins. We're going to come up to seated. If you'd like to rock like a ball, you can do that. You can do a couple times if that feels really good. And then we'll come to seated. Okay, so from seated, let's take the shoulders up toward the ears, roll them down the back. Big rolls. Opening up the chest. Waking things up, letting go of tension. Let's roll the shoulders forward. We'll go back 3 more times. Very good. Find length up through the spine. Hands clasped in front of you. Push your hands away. And then lift those hands up into the sky. Good stretch here. You can release the hands down. Left hand comes to the mat. Right hand reaches up and over. Side body stretch. You can always bend the forearm if you want to go deeper. And we'll switch to the other side. Right hand down, left reaches. Both hands come up into the air. Next, big breath in. Exhale. Drift those hands down to the ground. Walk them out as far as you can. Soften through the spine. Breathe into your back. Next, breath in. Lengthen up again through your spine. Exhale, come all the way back up. We'll take the hands back behind. Roll your shoulders back, open up your chest to the sky. Nice push through the chest and look up. Nice big breaths here with an open chest. Okay, gently squeeze the belly, come back to center. So we're going to do open cow face pose. It's a good shoulder stretch, and it has a leg component to it if you choose. So if you know that your knees are a little touchy, you can stay in easy seated pose. You could even have your legs out, whatever feels comfortable for you. If you would like to give this leg part a try, we're going to take the right leg just in the middle of the body. So like that knee is in the middle of the body, right leg's on the ground first. So then from there are different varieties of what you can see what feels good for your body. So maybe you have the sole of the left foot on the ground, on the inside of the right leg. Maybe you have the sole of the left foot on the outside of the right leg. Or maybe you try to stack the knees on top of each other. Both feet are just by your sides. You can even grab onto your feet if you wanted to. Sometimes rocking back can help get you into that pose. So you've got variations. Listen again to your body, to your hips. Your hips might be like, no, it's not happening today. So see what works for you, and we'll go from there. Okay, legs are in place. No matter what you're doing, it's totally fine. From there, we're going to get our arms going. So this is where if you would like to have a strap or a tie, you might want to drape it over your left shoulder. Totally up to you. Like I said, there's an easy way to do it without a strap or a tie or a belt anyway. Okay, so the belt is over your left shoulder if you're going to use one. Raise that left hand up into the air like me, good. Oh, I see you all. Nice, nice. I choose all of you. And now pat yourself on the back. Oh, you're here doing yoga. Very nice. From there, we're going to take the right hand and just make a little square around your head, directing that elbow straight up to the sky, straight up to the ceiling, and keeping the elbow close to your ear. So this is a nice tricep stretch. We're trying to keep this elbow exactly where it is, even as we move the right hand. So grab onto your strap if you're using it, or just keep touching your shoulder. Okay, we're going to take that right arm down and around and up your back. Okay, so maybe if you're using a strap or a tie, you can find it, and then from there you can kind of like work your hands closer together. If you're not using that, that's fine. You can have your hands on your back, whatever spacing works. Maybe you're super flexible today and you can clasp your hands. So just see where you are today. There's no judgment. If you notice that your arm goes out and your body crumples down to do this, let's back it up a little. Sit up straight. Make sure that elbow is straight up in the air, ear by your shoulder. Nope, arm by your ear. That's the words. Okay, let's take 3 more breaths. Breathe through it. Beautiful. Unwind your arms. Unwind your legs. Shake it out in between if you'd like to shake it out. And then we'll switch to the other side where the left leg is on the bottom, if you're choosing to do the leg part, that is. And then you could have the sole of the right foot on the inside of the leg or on the outside. Or you could try to stack those knees on top of each other. So see what works on this side. It might be different than the first side. Okay, if you are using your strap, tie, belt, whatever, drape it over the right shoulder. And now the right arm goes up into the air. Pick me, pick me. All right, pat yourself on the back again. You're doing yoga, you're taking care of you. That is awesome. Okay, left hand, direct that elbow straight up. Keeping the arm closer to your ear, nice length through your spine. Maybe a little tuck in the belly, just helping support the spine. Good tricep stretch. Feels nice. And then we'll take the left hand back and around and up the back. So just get curious, see how this side differs from the first side. Maybe you can clasp the fingers on this side, maybe not at all. And it's kind of fun to just be like, okay, so what do I do that makes this arm tighter or less tight than the other one? Okay, once you're here, check in with the spine. Make sure you're not crumpled down trying to reach. So nice length up, gaze is out in front of you. And that elbow is still pointing up to the sky. 2 more breaths. And gently unwind yourself. Unwind your legs. You can shake them out. If you're using a strap or a tie or whatever, just set it off to the side. Shake out your arms, shake out your shoulders, little shimmy. And then we're going to open those arms nice and wide. Big breath in. Exhale, give yourself a hug. And inhale in. Exhale, give yourself another hug. Arms switch. One more time, opening up. And exhale, one more hug here. Getting in there nice and tight. Ah, very good. Okay, you can shake out those arms again if that feels nice. Legs can be easy seated pose or whatever feels good for you. I'm going to move into a twist from here. Right hand will go to the left leg. The left hand will go back behind, back behind your body. Big breath in, lengthen tall through the spine. Exhale, start to twist. Every time you breathe in, find that length up. And as you exhale, you might get to twist just a little bit more. One more breath. Okay, inhaling, lengthening up, exhaling, unwinding. We'll switch sides. Left hand to right leg, right hand back behind. Breathe in tall. Exhale, twist. 2 more breaths. Lengthen up with the next breath in. Exhale, unwind. We'll go to tabletop next. Hands and knees. Okay. Hands will be underneath the shoulders. The knees will be hip-width distance apart. And from there, let's drop the belly down, look forward or up, stretching through the chest. And then exhale, round through the back, drop the head down, round through the shoulders, stretching through the back here. Move with your breath. Inhale, dropping the belly down. Exhale, rounding everything. Keep on going at your own pace. If adding a little extra motion sounds delightful today, you can add in what feels good for you. Maybe you just want to sway from side to side, getting a good stretch through the sides. Maybe you want to circle those hips. Maybe you want to go to a child's pose or flow up and over to a cobra. You've got choices. Do what feels good. One more breath with your motion. And we'll come back to tabletop. We'll do a quick thread the needle here, another stretch of the arms, just in a different way. So let's take the right fingers out to the side, reach them up, up, up as far as you can. Follow that hand with your gaze, and then tuck the arm through, all the way through, setting the shoulder down. Set the side of the head down. Once you're there, you could choose to walk the left fingertips up to the top middle or the top right of your mat and draw the tricep down for another stretch through the arm. You could take the left leg out to the side if you want, if you have space. Breathe. One more breath here. If your leg was out to the side, bring it back under your body. If that left hand was up, let's bring it under the shoulder. Push through the left hand, extend that right arm up, 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 up again, and then let it drift down to your mat. Other side, left fingertips reach out and up, nice little gentle twist here, and then thread the needle through, setting the left shoulder down, the side of the head down. Once you're there, if you want to amend, if you'd like to add extra, go for it. You could take that right hand up to the top middle, top left of the mat, and then draw the tricep down for a stretch through the shoulder. You could take the right leg out to the side, reaching for the toes. Whatever works for you. One more breath. Okay, if the right hand was up, let's bring it under the shoulder. If the leg was out, bring it under the body. Push through the right hand, extend that left arm up, 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 up again, and then drift it down underneath the shoulders. From here, tuck your toes. Lift your hips up, push them back, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet if that feels good. Add extra motion. And from there, look up to the hands, walk your feet up, forward fold. Now this is a pose where you don't have to touch the ground. If your body doesn't allow for this, then don't force it. If it feels better to have a bend in the knees, take a load off your back, bend your knees, whatever works. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Next breath in, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, lower back down, melt back down. Then we'll inhale, catch that wave, come all the way up. Touching the palms at the top, baby back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release. So we're going to get into our moon salute because hopefully you all got to see that super moon. I believe it was a super moon anyway, and it was the flower moon. So yeah, it was a couple days ago, but it's still really pretty, and it's not too late to salute it. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. Okay, so if you do happen to have a yoga block and you want to use it, have it just at the top of your mat. Like I said, there are always options. Your leg is a wonderful prop as well, so if you don't have a block, don't worry about it. We're just going to start in the middle of the mat. Spread out your toes. Okay, belly draws in, a little pull in between the thighs there, lift through the spine, relax the shoulders. Just starting in our mountain pose. Let's take a couple moments here just to ground. Feel the ground underneath your feet. Feel the stickiness of your mat perhaps, and feel the length through the spine. Take 2 breaths here, just feeling the ground underneath you and lengthening up through the back. From here, hands reach out and up. Grab onto the right wrist, take yourself over to the left side. Standing crescent moon pose. Good. You could choose to look forward, you could choose to look up, you could choose to maybe do like a little twist underneath. Lifting the rib cage toward the sky, that is up to you. And we'll come back to center or grab onto the left wrist, take yourself to the right side. Kind of pushing the hips out to the left. Again, you could look up if that feels right. And we'll come back to center. From there, hands go out, step your feet wide. Now, if your mat is going the other way, your feet might be coming off the mat, so adjust as necessary, kick your mat around, whatever works for you. This is 5-pointed star. Now imagine that you're just full of star energy here, so you're pushing the fingers out, you're pushing that energy through those fingers, you're pushing the energy down through the legs, up through the head, so it's just like, whew, you're just full of energy. Squeeze your shoulders back behind you, squeeze your belly, and breathe. From this star pose, let's go to fierce pose. Bend at the knees. Keep those knees over your toes, so don't let them buckle in. We're keeping them over the feet. Bend at your elbows, spread your fingers wide. Belly draws in, protecting the back. Go down as low as you think your legs will allow. I can't see your faces. If you want to make a fierce face, go for it. And from there, come back up, 5-pointed star, energy through the fingers, squeeze the shoulders together. All right, so we're going to be turning to the right foot. So since I'm opposite you, it's going to be this way. Okay, so the right foot is going to be the top of the mat. The left foot will be parallel to the back. Okay, arms will come up to the T again. Now we're going to reach forward with that forward hand and back with your hip. Reach, 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 reach till you can't reach any further. And then take your hands to the shin, maybe to your block, maybe to the ground, and then the left hand's up into the air. Good. So both legs are straight in this pose. The legs are what make you look like a triangle. This is triangle pose, really good for the immune system, really good stretch. Nice lift through the hands. Now, if this hurts your shoulder, having this arm up in the air, you can always tuck the hand back behind you. You can even drape the hand on your body. Whatever works for you. One more breath. Now, look to the ground. Place the hands to the ground. Turn your back toe forward and place the knee down. Relax the back toes. Come up when you feel steady. Now, this might be a spot where you want to tuck your mat underneath your knee, because sometimes knees don't like the feeling of ground. All right, so maybe scooch your toes forward a little bit and then sink down between the legs. Scoop your arms up, This is another crescent moon lunge. Lift through the chest and arch back only as much as your back's okay with. Good. Take the gaze and the hands down to the mat. Now we're going to shift the body weight backwards, trying to straighten the front leg. Draw the hip crease back. Now if you want to, you could lift up the toes of that front leg. If that's too much, you don't have to. It's intense, but breathe through it. Release the toes down. You can soften the front leg. Tuck your back toes and lift that foot or the knees off the ground. And then hop. This is the awkward part. We're going to hop that back foot forward enough that we can straighten both legs, but your chest is still reaching over the front leg. Draw the hip crease back. So this is like what we did from the ground, but we're standing now. Parsvottanasana. Again, if you want to lift those toes, you can lift the toes. Make it as intense as you want it to be. Okay, release the toes down. Hands come to the hip crease. And we'll lengthen through the spine, flat back, come all the way up. Woo. Then we'll turn to the center. Okay, we're gonna take the feet out wide. Nice wide stance here. Hands can still be at your hip crease if you'd like. Lengthen up nice and tall through the spine. Belly is drawing in, and then we're going to arch forward, reach forward, 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 tilt through the hips. Go into a wide-legged forward fold. Going as far as you can until you just can't go forward any further, then soften through the spine. Then you can choose your arms. Maybe you want to clasp your elbows and hang today. Maybe you feel like reaching out and grabbing your toes. Maybe you want to take a wider stance and see if you can get your elbows to the ground. Or even wider, you can get your head to the ground. That's up to you. Nice deep breaths. Okay, let's walk the hands over to the right leg. Through the center, we'll go over to the left leg. And come back to center. Next breath in, we'll come halfway up, squeeze the belly, hands come to the hip crease. You can bend the knees a little bit as you come all the way up, exhaling. Step those feet together. And here we go again. Hands reach out and up. Grab onto the right wrist. Take yourself to the left side. Nice stretch again through the arm, through the side body. We'll come through center. Grab onto the left wrist. Take yourself to the right. Come back to center. Spread the arms wide. Spread the feet wide. 5-pointed star. All that energy again. Squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the belly in. And now fierce pose, bending at the knees, bending at the elbows, spreading the fingers, squeeze the abs. Good. Maybe surprise yourself, see if you can go a little lower. Awesome job. And you want a scary face? Make a different one. Up to you. Okay, let's extend. All right, so now we're going to have the opposite leg in front. So the left foot in front, right foot is back behind. If it feels like you already did this side, then maybe switch. All right, so from there, we're going to reach the front hand forward, the hip goes back, reach, 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 reach. Both legs are straight. So you can't reach anymore, then take your hand to the shin, to your block, or to the floor. And the right arm's up into the air. If this hurts your shoulder, again, that hand can be by your side or tucked behind your back as you lift the gaze up. Or you can look down to the ground. Nice deep breaths. Nice job. Okay, looking down to the ground, the hands go to the ground. Your back toe turns forward, put the knee down. Relax your back toes and come up when you feel ready. So again, if you would like to pad underneath the knee that's on the ground, you can. From there, maybe scooch your left toes forward a little bit and then scoop the arms up. Crescent moon lunge. One more breath. Look to the mat, hands drift down. And now we'll straighten the front leg. Pulling the hip crease back, maybe lifting up the toes if that's okay. If it's not okay, you don't have to. Okay, those toes relax in front. We can bend that front leg, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee off the ground, and then maybe do a half step or a couple hops, straightening both legs and then soften over the front leg. Again, if you want to pick up the toes, you can. Makes for more intensity. Okay, those toes relax back. Hands come to the hip crease, nice flat back, come all the way up. We'll turn to center again. So this time, feet are not going to be quite as wide. They're just going to be outside hip width distance apart. Almost like the width of your mat. Not the length of it, but the width of it. And we're going to go into a deeper squat. So go as much as your body allows. Don't push yourself to like rip anything. And you know, if this is as deep as you go, that's totally fine. So just honor where you are today. So we're going to be lowering the hips down between the legs and trying to keep the knees over the toes. So again, I don't want those knees buckling in. I want them to stay out over the feet. So bending down, bending down, bending down. Maybe you can come way down. Maybe not. Everybody's different. Hips are tight sometimes. If you can, hands come to the heart center and then use your elbows to push the knees out over the toes. You can simultaneously kind of have those knees pushing into your elbows, like a little give and take there. And lengthen through your spine. The gaze is out in front of you. Good. It can be intense. This is a big hip opener. It's also really good for your back. Breathe through it. 3 more breaths. Okay. Let's come out. You can release the hands to the ground and then lift those hips up. From there, if you would like to slowly roll up, vertebra by vertebra. Come all the way up, head comes up last. Ooh, step your feet together. Hands come to your invisible back pockets. Roll your shoulders back, pull your elbows toward each other, lift up tall, and then look up to the ceiling, up to the sky. A gentle tuck in the belly helps protect the back. One more breath here. Squeeze the belly, come back to center, and then one more time. Arms reach out and up. Grab onto the right wrist, take yourself over to the left side. Now if you want to challenge your balance, lift one foot off the ground. And if that gets too comfortable, switch to the other foot. And then the jokes, do both feet. All right, let's come back to center. Grab onto the left wrist, take yourself to the right side. Same thing here. If you feel like switching it up, challenging your balance, lift one foot off the ground. You can always switch it up, try the other foot. And from there, come back to center. Hands come to heart center. Release the hands. Great moon salute, you guys. Love it. So those of you that have taken class with me before know that I usually do a balance pose with every class because it's just good to practice. Balance sometimes is not fun, but it's one of those things where it's like you need to just continue doing it for all of life because it just helps keep things sharp within the brain, and it's always good to not have falls later on. So the balance that goes well with moon salute is half moon pose. So you've got choices, my friends, as always. One choice is down on your mat, so I'm going to show you your choices and you can kind of choose what feels better for you. So down on your mat, you can have one knee on the ground and the same hand will be on the ground. So for us right now, this is my right hand's on the ground, the right knee. And then you'll take the other foot out to the side. Left hand is up into the air. Now from there, you're going to challenge yourself and lift the leg up. So it's like a long line from your head to your foot. Energy through the fingers, energy pushing through the heel, belly draws in. So that's one option. If that sounds great for you, stay there. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you might have a wall space within your house that you could do this, where you go up toward a wall, you push your back flat on the wall, and then you do the same thing. And that way you get the benefit of the wall to have that flat back feeling. Maybe you don't have a wall space, or maybe you want more of a challenge so you can stay out on your mat. So for that, the hand is down to the ground or to your block. The opposite leg, again, is up. So just like when we're on the ground. Yep. And then you try to make that nice long line from your head to your foot. Pretend you're pushing your back against a wall. Beautiful job. Squeeze your belly. Take care of you. If you need to take breaks, take breaks. Breathe through it. 2 more breaths. From wherever you are, let's come out. Shake things out. Relax your fingers. Whatever you need to do between sides. Let's do the other side. So maybe this time you're like, oh, I'd really like to be on my mat for this one. So you can go down. If you were on the mat and you'd rather challenge yourself on this side, all your choice, my friends. So you choose. Same thing. Trying to have a nice long line from the toe to the head. Right arm's up in the air. Some people ask me about where their toes should point. Some people have their toes pointing right toward their fingertips. Mine are kind of out to an angle. I think it's whatever feels like a good stance for you. Whatever feels more sturdy for you. That's what works. Squeeze your belly. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Come on out. Nice job. Half moon done. Shake out your fingers. Shake out your feet. Shake out your legs. And then, of course, little floppy gong arms. You can get the hips involved if you want to. Let loose. Now from here, let's come down to our mats to bound angle pose. So sitting down, the soles of the feet come together. Sit up nice and tall. Hands to the toes, lengthen up through the back, relax your shoulders. And from there, we'll go forward, 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 flat back, over those feet. So you can't go forward anymore. That's when you can soften down if you would like to. If you'd rather have a flat back today, totally fine. Nice deep breaths. Two more breaths here. Okay, inhaling, lengthen up through the back. Exhale, relax. You can use your hands to close the legs, slide them out, shake them out just a moment. We'll come onto our back. All the way down. Okay. Bring both knees into the chest. Again, wrapping the arms around the shin. Give yourself a little love. Rock from side to side. Maybe a little hug here. So from here, we're going to leave the right knee into the chest. Let's take the left leg long, all the way down to the mat. Squeeze your right leg, little love here. And then we'll take the leg over to the left side, coming into a twist. Stack the hips on top of each other. Right hand goes to the ground. And you choose if you would like to straighten the right leg or if you'd like to keep it bent. Okay, if that leg was straight, let's bend it again. Roll onto your back. Give the leg one more hug. And we'll switch sides. Left knee comes in, right leg goes long. Nice squeeze here, little love. And we'll go to our twist. Taking the leg over to the right side, stacking those hips on top of each other. The left hand goes to the ground. Your choice if you straighten the left leg or keep it bent. Roll onto your back, bending that top leg. We'll bring both knees into the chest again. And from there, we'll move to happy baby. So we'll reach up, grab onto the soles of the feet or onto the shins or behind the knees, whatever works for you. From there, you could be creative. What would feel good? Maybe today you just really want to have both feet way above your head. Maybe today you want to experiment with taking the left leg over to the side or switching it up. Okay. So, after you're done being happy baby, if there's anything else that would really help round out your practice, make you feel really good today, this is your chance to do a little yogi's choice time. Just the time where whatever stretch feels good for you. You can maybe fit one thing in, and then we're going to get ready for Savasana, our final pose. So do what you need to do. Give it just a moment. As you start to feel ready, you can come to your mat. You still are rounding up the other side. That's totally fine. Do what you need to do still. Grab drinks of water. Maybe put socks on if your feet tend to get cold. We didn't hardly do any, well, we didn't do any planks at all. So fit in a plank or two if you want. And then make yourself comfortable. Maybe you would like a pillow underneath your knees today, or a little support under the neck. Maybe just having a long sleeve shirt on would be nice. And as you make yourself comfortable, come to the mat and find some sweet stillness. Make last minute adjustments so that you can hopefully resist the urge to move for about 5 minutes. I usually go a little longer. I feel like on Zoom calls 5 minutes is good. As long as you're getting that end relaxation time, it's very important. So settle into your mat. And take a big breath in. Exhale it all out. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale, melt. Softening onto your mat. Just like we began, we'll also end. Take a moment to check in. Scan from your head to your toes and take notes of how your body's feeling. Maybe it's totally the same as the beginning. Maybe some things have changed. Maybe other things have brought your attention to them or not. You do have some spots that are a little tight or tender or sore. Just take a few breaths and send love to those areas. The body is listening, so we might as well encourage it. Take another moment, check in with you. How are you feeling now? Perhaps some things have changed, perhaps not, but still no judgment. And again, check in with your breath. Notice what sensations the breath brings now. Maybe you really notice that the chest is expanding a little bit more. Maybe you notice it's just easier to breathe. Or maybe things are the same. Soften your forehead. Soften your eyebrows and the space between. Let the eyelids grow heavy. Relax your cheeks, the nose, and let the lips part gently over your teeth. Soften the tongue, let the jaw go slack. Let go of tension from your neck and your shoulders, let it melt away. Let the arms grow heavy. The muscles of the arms soften. Relax the wrists, the hands, and all 10 fingers. Let your skull and your spine sink down onto the mat and feel the earth coming up to hold you. You know it's okay to let go. Let go of tension from your chest. Let go of tension from your back. And create a soft, warm feeling in your belly. Let your hips grow heavy. And let the legs grow heavy as the muscles soften. Relax your feet and all 10 toes. And know that right now there's nothing more you need to do than just relax, just breathe. Gently bring your awareness back to your body. And take the pad of your thumb and just do little circles around each fingertip. So savor those sensations that it brings. Start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Maybe circle the wrists and the ankles. Waking things up. Repeat in the opposite direction. Turn the head from side to side. And back to center. Give yourself a big full body stretch from the fingers to the toes. Maybe a yawn if you need it. And as you feel ready, turn to your side. Hold yourself there for a moment. While you're on your side, take a moment to thank yourself for doing yoga today, for taking care of you. Be sure to thank your body for doing what you asked it to do during practice, and for what it will do for you for the rest of the day. And while you're here, think of 3 things that you feel gratitude toward. Doesn't matter what it is, just send some love to those 3 things. We'll come up to seated as you feel ready. Bring the hands up to heart center. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. And as you're here, if you'd like to set the intention for the rest of your day, you're welcome to do that. You have the power of choice. Maybe today you choose to just enjoy the sunshine while it's here, or maybe you choose to just breathe, just relax, or have fun. Whatever it is, repeat it in your head 3 times. And with the next breath in, send yourself lots of love. Exhale lots of love to the world. The light within me, honors the light within each of you. Namaste.